Because Method Man.
Perfect segue. Keep it moving. Gotta keep it moving.
Method Man and Redman performed at, what was that, Summer Jam? And they got a very tepid response from the crowds. So Method Man got pissed and said he was never going to perform.
Okay. Let's start with this because this is the topic I've been waiting to go on.
Go for it.
First of all, bring up the lineup that they threw Meth and Red on.
Now, I know Method Man and Redman.
Give me the lineup.
Doja Dog.
Yeah, I remember Doja Cat being on.
Meth and Red, Sexy Red was up there.
There's some other cats I've never even heard of.
First of all, and it's kind of disrespectful to Meth and
20 years at that.
Red and Meth. It was kind of disrespectful in the first place that you got Red. Them in this lineup. Yeah. Second of all, Summer Jam needs to do a Legends of Hip Hop night. Exactly. Let's go ahead and give them their show, give the youngsters their show, but go ahead and because what Summer Jam is that's where hip hop really that's hip hop's like kind of pinnacle, and you've had some of the best acts.
That was the first festival of all festivals.
You've had some of the best hip hop.
Summer Jam.
For hip hop.
But why is it Superfest?
For hip hop. For hip hop.
Summer Jam.
Summer Jam brings everybody up there. If you're hot, they're bringing you.
You're gonna be out there. Or if you legendary, you're gonna be out
there.
But
it's time. But now
the lineup was completely young.
But now it's time that you have a 2-day event. You have one for this generation, and then you have the legends. And
do it at Bliss.
But Bliss, you won't get the young ones.
Very true, but
you won't get Sexy Red. You won't get Sexy Red in them.
And that's what I'm saying. So if you're
you can get that.
If you're Red and Meth, and I don't know how it went, but you're coming in between Doja Cat and Sexy Red. Like that's another, you see what I'm saying?
They're just like them at the beginning of their careers, even though they got a 20 year.
Yeah, you said you know they need a Legends night now, and the Legends night will blow up because there's still hip hop fans that miss that.
Or they just simply should have arranged it differently. They should have had if you're gonna have legendary hip hop artists up there amongst new generation, either you're gonna have them in the back. And if you have a back, make sure you got a couple of ones leading up to it. Not
just do 2 nights because there's so many legendary acts you can bring. Just give us 2 nights. Give them their night and give us our night, and that's problem solved. But I'm with Matt.
I'm with him.
I wouldn't go back either.
Well, it's not their fault, and I don't think it's the crowd's fault. I think it's the people who put it together.
Hold on. Let me do my favorite quote right now. Yo, who the booking agent for this? Who booked this shit?
Because that's where it stems from. I mean,
even though, like I said, the lineup itself was hot. I mean, because you any of those
for a kids lineup for this generation. That's what they want to see.
That's what they wanted to see.
Then you throw Meth and Red in there, and
that was just an outliner.
They might know Rottweiler. They might know Rottweiler because that's their.
They know Bring the Pain.
A lot of kids.
Cream. You don't think kids know Cream?
They don't know Cream. They don't know none of that shit.
Like how high? They don't know how high.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
They don't know how high. Meth and Red got hits, but you put them out there with that. A lot of them
hits is our age though.
They're outdated. So
their parents don't expose them to it, which a lot of them hasn't. As you can tell, a lot of them kids hasn't been exposed to that.
Like I said, they were dated. You were Sexy Red. You got me on the show with Sexy Red and Doja Cat. Like, are you serious?
That's not going to work.
That's not going to work.
And I mean, they took it. They took it because the money.
They took it because of money.
The money was there, and we going. But I know when they saw it, you looking at that lineup. Like,
did they know who the lineup was before they agreed to the show?
I'm sure you had some idea.
They did.
So I mean, somebody's got to take responsibility.
No, you know what? No, they don't, because I just know based off going on my experience right now, they just going to know it.
Are we getting paid?
Are they getting paid?
Well, if they didn't know, then it's the promoter's fault.
Is there headlining? If they're not headlining, just how long they going to be up there?
Yeah, if they didn't know, it's the promoter's fault.
How long?
But if they did know, it's their fault. Because they chose.
They still won't know because it's not.
Nothing's in stone. I know that.
Let's be honest.
But you should have an idea of
as an artist, though. As an artist, I'm gonna say this: if they did know, as artists, you still want to think that you still rock. I can rock them.
Yeah,
I can rock them. I'm gonna go out here and rock them.
They going,
even if they young, I'm gonna rock them. And it just
didn't like it.
It didn't transform like that.
It's a gap.
Yeah, definitely a gap.
2-decade gap.
Yeah.
2?
it's 20 years.
Yeah.
They was late 90s, early 2000s. We in 2024, dog. That's 20 years.
But yeah.
That's over 20 years.
They need a Legends night just as something.
Yeah.